Got my flavored whiskey. We're live. What's up? How are we doing?
We are.
Yeah, we are. Hello?
None of my intros are working. Crazy.
What in the world is
There we
this?
go.
Revolving walls, hidden rooms, disguises. What is Barbara Gordon's secret?
Always sticking your nose in my business. Well, this time I'm going to teach you a lesson.
As long as you're holding class as Penguin, perhaps you'd include Batgirl, too.
Batgirl?
Batgirl?
Batgirl!
Batgirl? I don't know who you are, young lady, but you certainly know how to handle yourself well.
Holy agility, I'll say.
Thank you, dynamic duo. I'm sure you could have handled these crooks without my help, but I was glad for the chance to join in the fun. Oh, crime fighting is a serious matter to me, too, Batman, but we might as well get a few laughs out of it.
We'd better see if Barbara Gordon's all right.
Now what? Another surprise? A Batgirl cycle in a secret freight elevator?
Wow. Well, that was odd. Let's go. Whoa, spooky. I don't know what happened.
We made it.
We made
Some
it.
major technical difficulties.
Oh my
today.
God.
I thought that I was waiting on Lorenzo, and Lorenzo was waiting on me, so there was all kinds of confusion tonight. So but we're here. We made it. I got my flavored whiskey. This is for you, 80s guy.
You bring enough for the class.
You, buddy. We're going to finish it off tonight.
Oh, well, you know, you're excused this Thanksgiving, or at least the eve. Oh, how's it going, everybody? Oh, odd things happen. There's gremlins that sometimes get in the works, but we soldier through, and here we are. So here we are once again, my comic son and myself here for our weekly comic book stream. And finally, it's all brought to you by the Alternative City Shop.
I not only love reading indie comics, but I've self-published several indie comics of my own. You can find them on my Alternative City Shop, which has a link below this video. There, you'll find, along with my comics, t-shirts, stickers, and mystery boxes, you'll find pins and magnets that are called CBOs, or comic book originals, which are buttons, magnets, and pocket mirrors that I make from superhero comic books. These are one-of-a-kind items made from images cut directly from comic books, not photocopies, so each one is unique.
Yeah, I see we got a couple of Yvonne Craig fans out there too. 80s guy. She fills out the suit very well. Yeah, and Peter, I you know, the same way, man. I was like, when I was a kid, I thought, oh, Batgirl, she's so cute, man. She fills out the suit very well, yes. And when she was in these Elvis movies with him, and I said, oh, she's so awesome, you know. So yeah, I just thought when she became Batgirl, that was just the end, even though it was very, you know, corny written. Here's to Batgirl and Yvonne Craig, yes.
and to 80s guy, cheers.
And to 80s guy, and Peter. Yes. And our childhood
but
crushes.
especially for 80s guy.
Especially for all
He
you folks
loves
out
my
there.
flavored whiskey. 80s guy. He really has a newfound respect for me when
I can
get a
tell.
nice swig of flavored whiskey.
I can tell.
Happy to be here. Happy Thanksgiving to all the homies. What's up, 80s guy? We've got the lovely Miss Janet in here. Mr. Peter Regato. What's up, homie? Jose was worried about you. He wanted to know where you were. What's up, Jose? Happy Thanksgiving, man. Good to see all the homies in here.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking time for us on this week of gratefulness and family, which one of the things that I've really focused on as I've gotten older is just being grateful. Just gratefulness, man, is so important.
Yes. And I know y'all got a lot of obligations over this weekend. This is the most traveled weekend of the year, and this is when you hang out and do other stuff. So anybody hanging out on the stream or watching on the replay, thank you for doing so. I appreciate you.
And real quick on comic book notes, you know I love me some T-Fall. I forwarded you the Black Friday sale, so look in your email. Be ready for that. I'm going through it now to see if there's anything. It's not dollar, but it's huge discounts. It looks like mostly trade paperbacks as I'm going through the list. But I guess it says there's a 30% discount across the site.
Okay.
So that's nice.
Oh, okay.
All right, 70% off variants, 40% off graphic novels, and 30% off site-wide with an asterisk. Restrictions apply.
I love me some variants, as y'all know. Yes.
So yeah, check out that Black Friday sale. I love cheap comic, man. And there's a lot of trades in here. So I'm looking for, some graphic novels to get in hardcover because I love comic books in hardcover, man. It's so beautiful.
Absolutely.
Oh, we got Willie Survive in the hizzy. What's up, Willie?
Hey, what's up, bro? I appreciate you, man. Hey, I hope you got some time off and have a little time to sit and reflect and chill and eat some turkey or whatever it is y'all eat down there for Thanksgiving.
Phil, what's up, Phil? Phil says he's going to wake up early with the family and just be grateful for indie comics and reviews, watching old episodes. So that's going to be a great time for the family, Phil. There's going to be some serious bonding going on there.
I
talk about jerking off in the shower. It's gonna be
what? I appreciate that, Phil. But I know you're going to be watching the Lions play tomorrow, and then rightfully so. That's you guys deserve that team after all this time. Those guys being so close, man.
I got to get my bets together for that too. I'm gonna be gambling my ass off tomorrow, guys. What's the bet on the Lions game, Phil?
Who are they playing?
That's a good question, actually.
I know.
The Packers.
The Packers. Oh, they're gonna stomp the Packers.
7.5.
Let's throw my hat
here. They got to win by more than 7 to cover the spread. Can they do that?
Adjust my hat. I can't adjust my hat right. This is ridiculous. Like
I think they can actually.
The Packers.
They can. I think
the Lions are so much better than the Packers. I mean, Jordan Love is all right, but I think the Lions have arrived, and I think they just got that perfect blend together to win this division.
Yeah, I'm going to take the spread and the over on points. So Lions to win by more than or to 8 or more, and this total score to be more than 48 or more than 47. I like that. I think they're going to score, and I think the Lions will win.
Bears almost pulled off that upset.
That in. That's my bet.
Bears almost pulled off that upset, but they managed to finally snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Thank God. It's like, woo! You almost lost that. You almost won that game. Woo! That was close. You don't want to win that game.
80s guy and I are on. 80s guy and I are on the same page. We're taking Detroit in the over. I like it. If you agree, I'm locking it in now.
You guys are like Jimmy.
$25.
My Niners are going to crush Seattle.
$25 to win.
They very well may.
7. Let's go. Lock
it. They very well may. Yeah. So yeah. Oh well.
They should.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Seems like Seattle sucks, actually. I don't know what's going on with them.
Seattle's doing okay. I mean, they got the most out of Geno Smith. I mean, I thought Geno Smith was just a lost cause, but these guys looking great in their system. I mean, I don't know what the coach must be good. I mean, a lot of people don't like him, but it seems like he must be doing something right.
Blowtorch number 2 in your previews. Get those pre-orders in.
Yeah, I'm looking. What's up, Alfred? I'm still looking for that number 1. I gotta get that one too. Yeah, the last thing, you know that Bears loss was not just a loss. No, never before has a team that's been ahead in time in time of possession and ahead by that many points late in the game lost the game like that. So you're welcome, history books. We just found a new way to do it.
That was brutal.
That was brutal.
I texted you. I was like, "That's brutal, dude."
That was brutal. I mean, that right there seals the deal that there's a lot more to prepare than Justin Fields. And I don't know who it was. It was some NFL expert who said the Bears are 10 guys away from being 10 guys away. So that may be true. So when you're that far away, you need to build with what you got. This guy is adequate. Because Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl, and I think Fields can be as good as Joe Flacco. You need other pieces of that puzzle.
And Fields is still young,
Yeah.
Still young.
Yeah. So yeah. Anywho, there were comics involved today in my long, arduous journey out into the streets of these mean streets for this Thanksgiving holiday, where everybody and their brother is off and in the streets and at the stores. I got that coming from, I think, my comic shop next week, I think.
I went into the shop and there was a sign that said "Warning: Explicit Content," and I said, "Sold."
Exactly. I sure hope so. Yes, sir.
Oh, you say there's explicit content, then you give me that right now.
That's right. That better be, doggone it. Man, oh man.
I haven't read it yet, but I really like the art in this book.
So 80s guy, I'm curious. You're the Niners fan. I know that Fields is in the Detroit area. I thought you were on the East Coast. I thought you might be, I guess you don't like the New York teams, huh? So I guess you're a Niners fan for that. Like, you're embarrassed by your New York teams. It's like I'm embarrassed by the Bears. But hey, you're free to like anybody you want. Yeah, but that's a good team there. Those Niners, man. Yeah. Christian
we got an open door here in Kansas City. If you guys want to be winners, we got an open door.
I know, man. But God bless your team, and you guys deserve a great team there. But be loyal to your team.
Wish our receivers could catch the ball. Wish our receivers could catch the ball.
Yeah, it's a tough loss for you guys too. What the hell, man? That was like, I mean, what the hell is going on? But that's a hell of a team you got there. Brutal. I mean, those are two great teams, and could have gone either way. But I still like the chance.
80s guy. One of my proudest moments was in 4th grade. The Niners were playing the Bengals, and every single kid, I'm telling you, every single kid in my class was going for the Bengals in the Icky Wood Shuffle. Everybody was all excited about that, but not me. I was going for Joe Montana and the Niners. And I'm telling you, the next day after they won the Super Bowl, and I went to school in my Joe Montana jersey, man, one of the proudest days of my life, man. Oh, I'll never forget.
They didn't beat you up? They didn't take your bunch of money and beat you up after
that? No.
She's like, in your face. I told you. He's trying to talk to the world and shit.
And being the troll that I am, that's when I'm in my element, man. You don't want to see me in that element. I'm not.
Marcus, the young man, is a troll. I wish I'd known you then, son. That's awesome. Hate all New York teams. Yeah, you're not by yourself. A lot of people outside New York hate them too, and some folks in New York. Oh man. Yeah. So I picked up some stuff. Speaking of comical type books and things like that. Foist Gabby's Olympia Cars and Comics, which is one of my shops that I go to, and also Danger Room. They're having a sale too. I guess everybody's having this is late end of the year, so people are trying to get rid of inventory, of course, because there's so much of it.
Now's the time to buy.
Yeah, everything. It's like I was on that side of town because they're also having cannabis is also having Black Friday sales. I picked up a little bit of flour for the turkey day as well, so I was on that side of town. But
The
Gabby's
good.
I did some of that sticky, some of the icky, 35% off. It was like my comic shop version of weed. It's so awesome. So Gabby's has a sale. It was like a lot of stuff was like crazy, discounted. Like this Lock and Key Alpha and Omega trade is like a $25 book, $5. A little bit of damage there, but that's what these books are for, to be read. I don't really care about keeping these.
Who cares about damage on a trade? Yeah,
that's what they're for. To stretch them open. So we just finishing the Netflix version of Lock and Key. I kind of want to compare it to I never read the first series, so I want to read it and see what if it compares to the Netflix, because a lot of people kind of pan the Netflix version. The first season was okay, the second season was and the third season was kind of okay. I see what you're saying here. It's just not that good. So we're going to compare it after you watch the last episode, probably tonight. Mind Management, the bootleg series. There's been several of these series, apparently. I've started reading this one, and I liked it, and I kind of fell off, as I do with some series. So I got maybe the first issue and the second issue that I liked, and I read those. But this is the entire collected edition in a hardcover. This is like a $25 book. This is like $10. So hardcover book.
Nice.
I just couldn't walk away from these things. Our Gang, Little Rascals, Spanky and Our Gang. This is from Walt Kelly, by Walt Kelly, from Fantagraphics. $1. I know nobody knows, probably gives a damn much about the Little Rascals these days. These are all the books of the Walt Kelly Our Gang strips, which ran in the newspaper, I guess, because it was so popular back then. They had a newspaper strip too. And 46 and 57, they collected all the issues, all the strips, and put them in this book. So I guess Fantagraphics has the rights to that, and nobody, I just couldn't pass it up, man, for $1. Come on, man. I'll find some time to read this. I just couldn't, like,
Yeah. Can't beat $1, dog.
I know. And Invisible Ink. This is a graphic memoir by Bill Griffith. This is the story of Bill Griffith's mother. Bill Griffith, if you don't know, draws this comic strip called Zippy the Pinhead. And he has this very cool, like, pen and ink style. And this is an autobiographical story of, he's talking about his mom, so it's like he's doing the biography of her, but he's doing it from her, stuff that she told him. And apparently she had a love affair with a famous cartoonist. And he didn't reveal the name of the cartoonist on the cover, but this is a whole hardcover book about that love affair. And it's done in his style, so I look forward to reading this too. This was like it's another Fantagraphics book, I think. $10, so another $10 hardcover book. Rogues Gallery. You remember this from earlier this year, maybe? Rogues Gallery. The number one kind of spiked for a while. It's it's still kind of it's like maybe a $5 or $10 book now. But I also never finished this, so now I can finish this for less than cover price, which is like $16. So this is like $10. Yeah, Image.
Janet says she'll always give a damn about the Little Rascals.
Oh,
80s guy says Alfalfa was the man.
Oh, yeah. God bless you guys. Yeah, but I guess the younger comics folks are like, who's Our Gang? What's more Little Rascals?
What younger comic folks? Actually, in my shop today, I was happy. There was a kid who was born in 1999 in the shop, and at first I was just joking around, and I said boo, but then I was like, wait a second, I take that back. Thank you for being in here. We need more people like you.
Welcome them.
In your age in this shop, I take everything back. Thank you for being here.
That's right. Thank you for your service. And the last couple of things, like this book Spectra from Aftershock by John Wando. I did a review of this, I think. If I didn't, I talked about it. She had a stack of these there for like $1. Unfortunately, and this is like a $6 or $7.99, cover book, and I feel bad that these didn't sell for more. I probably give these to people who have not read this book yet. I think I got at least one copy of this already, but
I am 1,000% behind that. If you see a book that's just criminally underpriced, buy it and try and share it with the world. I'm with you.
Yes. I'm going to send these to people that have not read this book yet, and they're like, I can't believe this. Nobody's heard of this book. It's really good and great artwork in there too. And the last thing is another $1 book, Miskatonic, Even Death May Die, another one shot from Aftershock Comics. Never heard of it, but hey, it's $1. Can't go wrong for $1, man.
Is Aftershock done? I haven't seen any books from them lately. Are they done?
I saw something that was due to come out. I know some titles were cut, like The Brother of All Men, that a lot of us were looking forward to seeing. But I think they may quietly be...
I assume the 03 Protocol was probably canceled too, because I just finally read that book, and I bet it's canceled.
So many good titles from them. That's a shame. I mean, I shed a little bit of a tear when that kind of thing happens, in the indie world, because they're making
06 Protocol, not 03.
Okay, yeah. I mean, so much good content and so many like ambitious one shots from them too. Like, there's just so many.
Hold on. The next issue is due November 29th, so next week actually.
Wow. Yeah, I just every once in a while I'll see in the previews like, okay, well, I hope this comes out. I see it's listed in the previews. Maybe it will come out. Hey, son, what's up,
this
Scotty?
book is taking the first issue came out in September of 2022. The second issue came out in November of 2022, and then the third one didn't come out until June of 23. And we're not getting the fourth until a week from tomorrow. So this has been like slowly coming out.
Hopefully a week from tomorrow.
And what's up, Scotty?
Yeah. Hey, drive safely out there, son. I know it's crazy folks out there all over, even down there in old Chattanooga. So be safe. Be safe. We're thinking about you. Happy holiday.
And real quick, since Scotty came through, just real quick, plug into his channel. Get subscribed in Monday night, 6:30 Central Time, 7:30 Eastern Time. He has his show Comic Book Addicts, and Brian LCS for the Comic Book Community Awards is going to be on there talking about that show coming December 2nd. And there's also going to be some dude a pimp named Slaughter there talking about the awards as well. So look for that on Monday. And my guy SVon82. All right.
God, what date is it? What date is the show again? It's coming right up. Like time passes so quickly.
Right. So Scotty's show is Monday at 6:30, and then the big Comic Book Community Award is a week from Saturday, December 2nd.
Damn. It's already. It was just so much.
We'll find out. I'm sure that we showed up for Lorenzo, but we definitely don't expect to win.
Well, at least I voted. I was able to vote. Yeah. Janet voted. I voted. We all voted. So everybody voted, and you don't vote. It's your God-given right. You can't leave that vote on the table. I was disappointed. I liked, was it Brother of All? Yeah, that was the one I liked. It was one that was before that I didn't like as much, but I liked Brother of All Men. But I think after issue number 2, it just disappeared, and they ran out of cash, and they said, one of the first ones to go is going to be you, buddy. And they cut his book right out, which is unfortunate. All right, so the mainstream stuff that I picked up, got a couple of Marvels. Not so bad. Secret Wars. This is the dead-on homage cover to the original #1 for the Secret Wars. I'm kind of sorry that Tom DeFalco was not drawing this too. I think because he drew this the right stuff. I think is the name of that book I reviewed a few weeks ago about this hero. That's from I think it was from some other indie title that escapes me. But yeah, I want to see what he does with this. Maybe I'll follow it. Not sure, but just taking a flyer on it.
We got Rude in the house. What's up, Rude? Good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving, my brother.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Smoke weed every day.
Yes, yes. We were just talking about that earlier.
And what better day? What better day to smoke some weed than
hope they got some.
Thanksgiving and just be thankful for Earth and God and just everything, you know?
Yep, that's the day. Sit back and light up a stogie. The Incredible Hulk, number 6. Hope they're getting back on track. I think they got a little bit. They took an issue or two off with the guest artist, but they've got Klein back on it now, and so maybe now they're gonna get back on track and get down with all the horror, all the spooky stuff of this new Hulk. Similar to She-Hulk, which I'm liking this, but I'm a little, I hope they kind of move on from the, of the, oh my God, her and the Jack of Hearts, they can't touch each other, but it's a cute relationship and all, but either take care of that problem where they can't touch each other and he's too radioactive for her and all this stuff. Take care of that and stop just making it into a drama. I think that there's so much more they can do. I like the tone of the book, but I'm just a little tired of them dragging that whole thing about I like how you saved the Manhattan. Yeah, I like it too, but I was like, okay, all right, I get it.
And like I love this book, and I wouldn't say, hey, everybody should read this book. I would never do that because it's not that kind of book. But like for me, I like the relationship between Jack of Hearts and her and the way that they're slowly trying. I'm enjoying. I get how you'd be annoyed, but I actually enjoy the relationship with them. I love the quirkiness of it. I like the punch club that they have going on.
I like
that. Like it's kind of a silly book. It's a silly book, but I'm enjoying it. I haven't read the new volume yet.
Yeah, you need some of that because you need to even out, some of the over the top seriousness that some of the Marvel books and even I say especially the Marvel books have. Just lighten up a little bit. I think that's what I want.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I think
there's a delay, so we're talking over each other. So sorry.
Yeah, that's why I want this whole thing to be resolved so they can at least be a couple so we can see if this works and go from there. So I'm like rooting from the sidelines for them to be to get their problems solved.
I don't think you're on it, so I'll just mention that Invincible Iron Man came out today, and I am really liking this volume of Iron Man. He's married to Emma Frost, and I don't know anything about Emma Frost, but she seems dope as hell from what I've read in this volume. So I'm enjoying this, man. We just got Riri in the mix on the episode today, so if you like Iron Man, Riri, and Emma Frost, man, Iron Man right now is good.
From what I know of Emma Frost, her character does seem very cool too. I mean, she's a one of those takes no shit kind of a individual. So I do like her character. From what I've seen of her, I'm not an X-Men fan by any means, but from what I've seen of her and the way they develop her character, I like her.
Yeah, she's dope. She's dope. I like her a lot. And Jose says that he's happy to have found you, and we're happy that you have found him as well. And
I'm
the
happy
point
that
of For me, the point of the CBC Awards and pushing it was not for us to win. It was for us to be up there next to the name that won. So that's going to be the cool part about the show on December 2nd is when they do the review category, they're going to mention this channel. They're going to do a little montage of this channel, and everybody's going to be exposed to this channel that's watching that show. And that was the whole point of us voting him in. So great job getting him nominated, guys, and be ready to do it again next year. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm happy that I found you, Jose, and the folks who watch this channel. So man, that's good enough for me right there. If this audience doesn't get any bigger than it is right now, I'm cool. I love these folks out here. I love doing this every Wednesday. I love hanging out with my son, and man, that's good enough for me right there. Everything else is gravy. So yeah, I appreciate all that stuff. I appreciate it.
We are thankful for all of you.
That's right. That's right. Not just on Thanksgiving, but 24/7, 365. From DC, back on Superman. A little behind on Superman. Looking forward to catching up on him. Looks like Jamal is off the book. Looks like he's not on here. Jamal Campbell's not drawing the covers, and maybe he's got a little bit too much drawing the covers and the interiors. So maybe he's taking a break or something like that. But it's a good book still. Void Arrivals. I think this may be the end of this arc. I love when stories take a break. You know, how could I miss you if you never go away? You know, you coming out twice a month, you know, it's like, oh my God, it's just, how can I read all these things? But I love what, you know, Tinyan does and what, you know, these folks are going to do after this, this comes out. Take a little break. Let me catch up on it. Grimm is taking a break too, I think, after next week's book. So I love that. I love you produce good content and give me a chance to, you know, just regroup. Okay, come out with something else. You know, I don't have to have like a book twice or 3 times a month. Thank you very much. All right. Oh, Dracula.
No, Hooked on Juno sneaking in, and you're never late, brother. You're always on time. Thanks for coming through, homie.
Where the party at? Right here under your shoes. All right, so whenever you get here, that's when the party starts. All right, Dracula #2. You know, this is a story that we're all familiar with. Just, you know, what kind of a spin is James T. gonna put on it? And this guy can tell. I don't know. He could tell Rumpelstiltskin. He could tell any story he wanted, and he could bring his own special kind of a magic to it. So I really like the first one, especially with with the trippy art of Martin Simmons from that, you know, the whole Department of Truth, like, you know, weird style. That works so great.
Is that ever coming back again?
Once again, they take hiatuses. It may not. When he listens, I don't know. I mean, I like that, man. When it comes back, oh my God, it's back. You know, I love that because there's so much other stuff I need to read. Read this last week. Only got the B cover. Liked it so much, went back for the A cover. I want to have both of these. Very wordy, but it needs to be because it's telling you a whole lot about this world. And I'll talk more about them because this is one of the review books as well. Ministry of Component.
Oh, the hardcover. First hardcover for Department of Truth it comes out in May of oh no, it came out in May this year. Oh, I'm late on that.
So it fully collects everything. Everything to date.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I love hardcover books.
Yes.
Yeah, but no new books scheduled on that one.
Yes. Marcus brings his own brand of frivolity and hilarity to the show. I don't know what I'd do without him too. Thank you, Jose. And his own flavor of whiskey. He brings that too to the show, which is very welcome. The Alternates.
And yes, Janet is the comics queen by marriage.
Thank God for that. Yes, she is. The Alternates, this is going to go 4 issues in this arc, I guess. Maybe they'll do another arc depending on how it sells.
I like the new Janet picture, by the way. I like it. It's a good picture.
Oh, yeah. That's she can take no bad pictures, though. You know, she's so awesome. She doesn't have that blue hair anymore, so this is more accurate. Yes. Let's see what Baron covered about it. I did not know that.
Yeah, I see that one right now. I'm looking at it.
Black Hammer: The End. You know, I missed an issue of the last Black Hammer series, and I'm still behind. That's what happens when you I missed like issue number 6, and I couldn't read it until I picked up issue number 6, and I didn't get it until like after number 12 had come out. So I got a lot to catch up on Black Hammer. I hate to fall behind, especially a book I like. And then I just started reading other books, and I forgot about it. So eventually, I'm going to read it because I know whatever Jeff Lemire makes as far as Black Hammer goes, it's going to be banging, and I will like it. You will like it. The Ribbon Queen by Garth Ennis is in number 5 right now, 5 of 8. This is trippy, man. This is this entity cuts people literally to ribbons, and usually it's people who deserve it. So I'm really loving this. This is something that is my favorite Garth Ennis thing, probably, man, since The Boys. I mean, this is probably the thing I've liked the most since him. I mean, Preacher and The Boys are my 2 favorite things by him. I did not care for Dear Becky that much.
Have you watched Gen V yet?
Behind on The Boys too on TV. I watched season 1 and a couple of season 2.
Oh, you're way behind then.
Way
Jeez.
back.
Okay.
So are you in the season 3 on the boys or just 2 and Gen V?
There's 3 seasons in Gen V, and then
Damn, I'm way behind. Yeah. I may have to get Janet into the boys. It's a little brutal and violent for her taste, but yeah.
I don't know if Janet would like it.
Yeah, she might not. That's why I've been watching it by myself. But,
it's a bit much.
It's a bit much.
It's a bit over the top.
Damn, it's good though, right? It's just good as hell.
Yeah. But if you're a nice human being who doesn't appreciate sex with octopuses, then maybe you should avoid.
That's a bridge too far.
The boy.
Then maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's not for
one of the characters. Literally has a love affair with an octopus, so it's important to understand.
Yeah, there's got to be the Aquaman character, I would imagine. Yeah, he's a sick puppy.
Yeah,
he's definitely a sick puppy. Yeah,
his name is the Deep.
The Deep. Yes, he takes it deep. No pun intended. Yes, my wife is a smoke show, isn't she? Yes. Respect, Miss Janet. Yes, thank you, Scotty. Hit the like button. That's something I never think about saying. I never saying about that. All right, last one is the plot holes. I was gonna get another different cover than this one, but this pirate sorcerer woman, whatever she is, I like her character a lot, and they're starting to flesh her out now. So she's not just a two-dimensional character. So I got the cover with her on it. She's so tall. I love the way that that Murphy draws his people. Like, they're definitely not 7 heads high, but it's okay because you can do that. That artistic license thing, and it looks cool as hell. She looks like she's like an Amazon, the way they draw her on this cover.
She does have some really long legs.
Yeah, but it's cool though, man.
Proportionately long.
Yeah, that's the thing. About comics, man, is that you can do this stuff and get away with it because hey, it's comics. You gotta suspend. I like. There's something to be said for photorealism and all that stuff. But I like when the artist just does their own thing and like, okay, this is the world I'm going to draw. You down with that? You can say yes or no. You accept it, and you just say, okay, proceed. I like the way you're doing this, and I usually do when it comes to Sean Murphy. His sexy octopi. Yes. You can resist those. Yes, yeah. I think it's. I don't know. I don't know what the pearl of it is. Don't start me the line. All right, so well then, that ends this ginormous comic haul that I was able to pick up today. But then there's more reviews. There's reviews, folks. So I think we might want to get to those.
Let's do it.
If you don't mind, let's do it. Let's do it to it. All right. Well, before I get to all those, I want to talk about, speaking of Mr. James T., the best writer in the business. I know you picked up The Deviant, and I know you picked that up, right? Because you had to. Have you read it yet?
I have to wait for it. I don't have it yet because I didn't get into the shop, so it's sold out at my shop. But I did pre-order it from T-Fall, so I just have to wait for it.
Oh, thank God you pre-ordered. I can't find it anywhere. I was looking for it in the shops, I was like, well, maybe I'll get a copy, and I know I got it coming from my comic shop, but I couldn't find it anywhere. It must have sold out in a lot of places. It probably right to a second, maybe third printing. But
that's how it goes with Tynan.
My
I
comic
love
shop,
that cover, dude.
Oh man, and I love it more in person. Because it looks like like this is so cool. And my comic shop order came last night, busted it open, and this was the first thing I read. Oh my God. Just, I don't want to spoil anything, and I'm not going to, but as you read in the description, it involves some horrible things that happened to some young men like 50 years ago, literally 50 years ago. And they believe they caught the guy, right? They believe they caught this deviant pervert murderer guy. But did they though? Did they? And there's this young college student who's doing an interview with the alleged perpetrator, and Tynan writes this stuff so well, man. I mean, he just like nobody, man, I keep doing the hyperbole on him, but he's so damn good. Nobody does the dialogue and the pacing and anything is better than this guy. It's just so believable. I mean, anything that a character says in the book, you say, yeah, that's totally dead on. And the relationship he has with the kid that's interviewing him and with the criminal, it's pretty engaging. And there's a lot about the kid. There's a lot of stuff in his past, and I don't know if he's relating to this deviant or not. I don't know if the deviant is actually the killer or not. But all these things are up for grabs in here, and it ends with a surprise. And I hope you get to read it soon. That's all I can say. It's all that and a dime sack. It's all that.
I knew I could just from the preview. I knew I was gonna.
Yeah. If I know, I knew it was gonna be good. I should have probably bought more copies, man. But I just thought I'm trying to cut down on duplicates, But man, this could be a winner here. This could be one of the best.
I pre-ordered the A, the B, and the 1 in 10, so I get all of it, and it's in the current order they're processing now.
Awesome. Well, hopefully I'll be able to get some second printings. I'm sure they're going to be a second and probably third printings of it.
There's already a second print. Yeah.
Of course, yeah. I don't know if I've missed it already, but hopefully I'll be checking the FOC to see it when it comes out.
It looks cool too. It's a new cover, and I like it. Let me make sure I order.
Of course. And then the last thing, not review, but just want to talk about Big Game. Came to a satisfying conclusion. A lot of stuff happened. A lot of people died. Some stuff happened to rectify some situations. There were some changes in some characters, like some classic characters that might make this a key issue. I don't want to say too much, but there are some changes in some classic characters that, especially he's got this Netflix deal now. Yeah. This is the thing. This is the Big Game was probably one of my favorite summer events. There's only 5 issues. It didn't cross a bunch of titles. How about that, Marvel? How about just having just an event in the damn series and calling it a day? It's just anyway. And I'm satisfied. You want to pick up Greg Thompson's Ginseng Root 12 issue box set. I'm not up on that, Juno. I need to, yeah. How about you, Surcam? You know about that?
No.
That's Craig Thompson. That's the I want to say that's the guy, Brother of All Men guy, Craig Thompson. Yeah. So I would be interested in some stuff by him. But he's a good writer. I've read some stuff by him before that I've liked it. Yeah, Nemesis was cool too. Yes. And there was a good resolution to that situation too. I want to talk about it, but I just can't. There's a lot of good stuff that happened in that series. So those are 2 good things that I just read last night. So I was excited about those 2 things. I didn't get a chance to do a review on them, but had to mention them. So the first review is actually from Critical Entertainment, who was with us last week and hopefully is watching now or be watching on the on the replay. This Uncivilized Books. Oh, okay. I gotta check them out. Uncivilized Books. They got a lot of good stuff. That's where the sickness came from. Yeah. He did. Okay. Yeah. Critical Entertainment made this book called Lifeboat, and one of the things that they do is they make, I think, shorter versions of comics, and they sell them for a little bit less. So these are like $2.99, and the one I read last week was okay, but this one I like a lot better. This is Lifeboat. This is from Mason Mendoza and Leandro Rizzo. This is about some folks trapped in space, and the writing makes it really, I mean, you feel like, you're going through this ordeal with them. I mean, imagine there's this event is happening, and it's going to end all matter as we know it, all space and time as we know it. This is what they say. It's moments before particle decay unwinds the atomic fabric of space-time as we know it. And these characters are on this ship, and the ship is failing, and things are going south. And the lead character is thinking about her relationship with her partner, a failed relationship, and her, I guess, their child, which happens to be on the spaceship with them, and this other cat, which is just like an accountant. I think so. He's just like there's no crew other than those three on this giant spaceship, which is losing power. It's about everything's about to end as they know it. The energy source is drying up, and it's one of those things where this is where a wordy comic really works, because it's only a 14-page book. So, but in that 14-page, I did not miss anything in this. I mean, it was plenty of explanation, and at the end of it, I thought I was fulfilled as okay, this was a good story. And I didn't feel cheated or anything of only being 14 pages. So it's not about how long it is, about what you give me, in that content that you produce. And this one, Lifeboat, it was supposed to come out, I think this week, but I'll see it in the previews for next week. So sometimes it comes out a little bit later, but I was looking at my advanced copy. So let's see what you did. A Lifeboat, Ray Black. That's like is that a Humphrey Bogart movie or something like that? Somebody's on the Lifeboat thing. Hey, I'm wearing these guys' face.
Hey, about To Have and Have Not. I love that movie.
To Have and Have Not,
Humphrey Bogart, dude.
Yeah, Bogey made.
I love that movie.
Bogey made some gems for sure. Yeah, so yeah,
I love, my favorite thing about Bogey is he's clearly 5'2", 5'3", but he's always the badass in the movie. I love it.
A lot of those guys back in the old days, maybe still in today, but especially in the old days, man, they weren't that tall. They were a bunch of little guys, and they filmed them.
Well, my friend made me realize this, is that they're all theater geeks, and if you think about it, usually the theater geeks are the kind of the shorter guys a lot of times. So your favorite actor is probably not. He said to me once, "Your favorite actor is probably not 6 foot tall," and I was like,
"Probably not 6 foot tall.
Snipes is 6 foot.
Probably less than 6 feet."
And I
tall.
said, Wesley Snipes has got to be 6 foot tall, right? And I looked it up, and no, Wesley Snipes is not 6 foot tall.
He's not probably 5'7". He just act like he's 6 foot tall.
I was like,
yes.
I was like, wow, blew my mind when he pointed that out.
Yes, your favorite actor, your favorite movie star, I should say, is probably short and quite possibly gay. So deal with it, because they were the theater folks, and they were hanging around and acting. Yeah, so it is what it is, man. Plus, those are the pretty ones, Of course, they get to be movie stars, right? All these ugly schmucks like us don't get to be movie stars, All the guys that take care of their appearances. All right, so next book is going to be. This is for some of the folks like easy reader, a sleepy reader. I'm thinking about the guy from electric company. Sleepy would probably like a book like this, Monster Fan Club. This is from mostly Shaky Kane, and who else is some other folks are writing this and drawing this too. He does the front cover, and some other folks do little throwaway stories in here and things like that. But it's once again, this is a Shaky Kane joint that he just bangs out. So Monster Fan Club is really an indie comics lover's dream, I have to say. Because some of the stories, like the first one here is these weird looking characters. I love the inking on that first story. Are just kind of stories that don't really go anywhere, but they talk about these weird characters you introduce. It's more about the weirdness of the character and the beauty of the art. And the story that goes mainly through this is just like this. There's this casino, and it's not really, I don't think, a real monster fan club per se, but there's this casino going on, and all kinds of weird characters are constantly walking in, and we're just privy to whatever's going on in Shaky Kane's head when he was writing this stuff. So this is and it starts with one story on page 4 or 5, and they do some other stuff in the middle. They're not related, and they come back to that story kind of. So it's kind of a stream of consciousness kind of thing. Yeah, there's a little bit of that, kind of that Mike Allred, the Allreds who do work as a team. It's kind of in that style. Shaky Kane is got that same bright colored, thick line indie style, but he's even more indie than Mike Allred, because Mike Allred has done he's done X books, he's done Marvel books and things like that. So his style is Madman is like it's very much in the style of Madman, where it's like some of the stuff is just like, what are you talking about? But you just go with it because it's so cool. So, and I know it's not for everybody. At $10 especially, this is something you might not want to invest in. But us hardcore indie folks out there would probably enjoy Monster Fan Club. So I think this is something that you should probably pick up. If the $10 is not killing you, it's like even the back of the book here. It's like you use every inch of the book. You put the barcode on the front so it's not to disturb the strip on the back. That's usually I hate barcodes on the front, but in this case it works. And there's a literal pull-out poster in the middle. I mean, you pull this out, you're gonna not affect the flow of the story at all, because that's a whole giveaway thing. But I would never pull the poster out, unless it was really awesome. But I try not to do that because I like to keep my books intact. But that's just me being anal. So, Monster Fan Club.
What's up, Pocan Joe? Good to see you, homie. I hope you come see us for the 25th anniversary of Planet Comic Con. They're trying to do it real big, man. So, hope you come back to us, Joe. Always good to see you, man.
Good to see you, Joe.
Check out Pocan Joe Comic Book Review for more comic book reviews. So another great review channel. So if you're not plugged into Pocan Joe, definitely get plugged in.
For shizzle.
He's got what you like, peoples.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He was one of the first people to jump on that Junkyard Joe thing, which is an awesome book. Love that Junkyard Joe.
And how nice of you to mention that, because I have a little series on my channel called Comic Book Storytime, where you are episode 5 talking about Not Bringing Back. So definitely check that out if you'd like to get some Lorenzo. And also, honestly, probably my favorite. It's either the first episode or Pocan Joe's episode is probably my favorite, because just the work that I put into it, and just proud of it. And he talked about Junkyard Joe and talked about his service serving American Armed Forces, and really proud of him, really proud of that episode. So yeah, if you guys are interested, check that out, man. I'd love for you to do that.
Absolutely. So the last book we're going to talk about is this one that we mentioned just a few minutes ago, is The Ministry of Compliance. This is from John Ridley. So yeah. Ministry of Compliance is like it's like a what, $6.99, $5.99 book. It feels like about 48 pages at least, and it is like super wordy, and it's like lots of close-ups and conversations and stuff going on, but it's still engaging, so it doesn't cheat you out of anything. It doesn't bore you at all with the stuff, because if she's not cutting somebody's head off, she's talking about cutting somebody's head off. So this woman who was the chief minister in the Ministry of Compliance, she's kind of a hothead, and she loves her job a little bit too much, and that's keeping everybody else in order. And right here you see there were some people going through what they called exit interviews, aka torture, from the Ministry of Compliance. And what the Ministry of Compliance is, it's one of several ministries composed of these aliens who come from this place that they refer to as the home world. They refer to us as earthers. So they're not earthlings, but earthers. And she cut this dude's head off, like as I showed in the preview last week, because this dude just called her a pencil pusher. It's like, what? I got your pencil pusher right here. She got this sword called gray matter, which is like the next best thing to a lightsaber. And it is like incredible, so sharp that, 7 or 8 men with guns couldn't beat her. I don't know what it does to bullets, but she must be, like Darth Vader, like deflect them like this or some shit. And she's just like a loose cannon, man. She's all over the place. And she's kind of an anti-hero because, I can't see us rooting for her unless she changes, but it's interesting to watch her operate. And what the whole purpose of the ministries is to bring this planet under the control of the folks from their home world. And the Ministry of Compliance makes sure that everybody's on the same page. And they are this close to bringing Earth to to compliance. And then some shit happens. Some shit happens that I want to talk about, but it's a very thing that throws them all for a loop. And all of a sudden, the minister is forced to seek the aid of this young woman that she had just fired from for not checking her ID properly or something like that. This woman's like, I know who you are. I don't have to check your ID, but you're fired. Get out of here. So she's very like off the top of her head. She'll cut your head off and fire you at the drop of a hat. But she calls this woman is very persistent. As you see here, she shows up after she's fired back at the hotel where the minister is staying, and is like, look, I just want to hey, I just want to tell you why. And she comes out that she is what they call biracial. And biracial in this term means that you're part alien from homeworld and you're part earther. So, and these earthers have these biracial, these aliens have this tat, or it's like a mark, a brand, like under their right breast. And she shows her the mark, and the minister like, okay, so what, But later on, she says, okay, I need your help. All right, come on back. And this thing has happened. This unforeseen thing has happened and thrown us all into disarray. And we're not going to be able to take over the earth like we planned, because they've been like seeding disinformation. It is so, so dead on with reality too. They've been seeding the earth with disinformation and information for years and years and years. And now finally we're close to this point, and this one thing happens that just like they didn't expect. And without giving too much away, once again, there's a lot to this young woman who got fired, more so than what is met by the eye, I should say. So, Ministry of Compliance is something I think is for the long haul. Maybe this first issue was a little long because they needed to lay the groundwork for everything that's happening in this world, but it works. There's no boring parts at all whatsoever. I was totally engaged for the whole book, and it took me like a half an hour to read it. It's really thick, and a lot of stuff is laid out in there, but it's good dialogue, good premise, and all that. So another winner from IDW, which apparently is is going to be dropping a lot of stuff, but it's still coming out with all these awesome books, like the Hunger in the Dusk and Ministry of Compliance, just to name a couple. So what's going to happen? I don't know. Whatever happens.
Hopefully they keep going.
I hope so too.
Keep buying the good books.
I hope so. All right. Thank you, 80s guy. Yeah, so as far as next week goes, looks a little bit slow again. I mean, which is fine. We had a couple of big weeks in a row, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it was for me. There was one week where I had like 20 books or something like that. So I could use a couple of slow weeks around this holiday season to catch up with that.
I got 10 on my list.
Do you? Yeah, I mean, the first one, they got Detective, of course, which I was close to dropping Detective, but then I saw that, okay, this bi-weekly thing is going to be a temporary thing, and it's also this series with Ron V, of course, is still writing it, but my guy Jason Sean Alexander is drawing it. So okay, all right, I'm not going to drop you just yet. So I still want to check that out. But I know the book you want to talk about.
The best book. I was just looking at that 1 in 100, and I was like, man, I wish that if that was like a 1 in 50, I would absolutely go get it. I don't know if I can do 100, but I freaking love that 1 in 100.
That's this one. That's the Cliff Chang variant.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, that is awesome.
I really like it.
Yeah, you're not going to get that for less than 50 if you're lucky. Probably more than that even. Maybe like 75. Yeah,
I'd pay 50.
Would you?
If I could, I don't think I could get it. I don't think I could get it for 50. Yeah, I think I would pay 50 for that. Yeah, I like it that much. I was like that thing.
If you can't find it on Tfal, go to my comic shop, man. I'm telling you. I mean, just put in your want list, and you might get an email saying that here's one in VF condition for $45. You know.
I search Something Is Killing the Children on Tfal like once every 4 or 5 days. Like I'm constantly searching it on Tfal. I'm not kidding either.
You gotta those emails, man. They could come available at any moment, though. You know, you gotta stay in the loop, because once they come available, like they get gobbled up. You know. Yeah, well, how about this one for 25? This Ekman Lawn variant with the with the monster in her belly. Get in my belly. You did?
Yeah, I definitely did.
Oh, yeah, I like
this
that one.
One's already bought in.
I like that one for 25.
I'm telling you, like, I weaned myself off being a sucker for most things, but I am unabashedly a sucker for this thing, and I will continue to be one. If you want my money, you can have it. Just make Something Is Killing the Children shit.
Nothing wrong with that, dude. Nothing wrong with that at all. All right. What else we got here? Oh, gosh.
It's Smart Limits. Stuff. And I saw that cover, Hooked on Juno, that Maria Wolf cover is sick. It is sick. I like it.
What is this one again? Oh, Maria Wolf cover. Oh, geez.
Maria Wolf. Yeah, but I think it was an exclusive of the last issue. I think it's an exclusive for 34.
Yeah.
If I'm recalling correctly.
I see her listed in some places like as Maria the Wolf. I wonder, is that her chosen moniker, or did somebody just make a misprint there? Not quite sure. All right, so what else is coming is Grimm number 15. And I want to say that I didn't mean to do that. Grimm number 15, I did not mean to click on that thing at all. I did because out of force of habit. Is the end of this arc. Yeah, that's the end of this arc.
I need to catch up on that book.
Yeah, I
think I only read one.
So you look down
to 1 through 5, actually.
Yeah, the bottom is nothing else is solicited except for up until number 15. I need to catch up from number 10. I did not I did read up to number 10, but I kind of like fell behind after that. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about, making, or I should say taking a hiatus, because how can we catch up? And those of us who have fallen behind, if you're coming out so often, you know. So I guess some folks who only subscribe to like a couple of books a month, you know, it's like they get anxious. But with me, I don't know about with you, but with me, for sure, I need some time to catch up.
That Something Is Killing the Children. It's above ratio everywhere, and it's sold out. That book is hot, like I thought it would be. Like that's $100 cover, dog. Like I would pay that. I love it. I want it. Damn it. I wish I would have seen it sooner.
Especially if it's something, you know, if it's something that's going to be, you know, they're saying that this is the final showdown between them. No more shitting around. This is it between her and Cutter.
In the last panel, in the final panel in 34 is a moment.
Yeah, I know.
Like, oh God,
I know.
What's happen? Have you read it?
Oh yeah.
34. Yeah.
So I'm looking for this one to be like, you know, the death of Superman, kind of like, you know, nonstop. You know,
I'm very nervous about where things are going. Golly, it's above ratio. It's $130 here. Sold out. Like it's sold out everywhere. Man, I missed out on this one.
Well,
Well,
there's this. Speaking of, well, we weren't speaking of it, but of DC stuff. Alan Scott, Green Lantern. I had a chance to read that a couple days ago. Surprised how good this was. This, along with the Wesley Dodds Sandman book, this is man. I have never read a Green Lantern book ever. You know, I haven't even seen the Green Lantern movie. You know, with some folks say that'd be the no great loss. But this is interesting. Everyone knows that, because a lot of people are bashing, like, oh, you ruined Green Lantern, you made him gay and all that. But you know what? This is a great story. It takes place back in
they made Green
50s.
Lantern gay. Oh,
yeah.
no.
I know somebody bitching about, I'll never forgive you for ruining, not Jason Todd, what's the other guy? Tim Drake. Oh, you ruined Tim Drake. How you ruined Tim Drake? Fuck you, man. So anyway, the Green Lantern, it takes place in, I think, the late 40s, early 40s, same time period as Wesley Dodds. And it has one of the biggest gangsters of all time, J. Edgar Hoover. J. Edgar Hoover, of course, has a file on Green Lantern. He calls Green Lantern into his office. J. Edgar Hoover says, like, I know who you are. I got shit on you. I know, what you do in your spare time. He shows him pictures of him and his mate, hanging out and stuff like that. Because J. Edgar was on the down low too. And there was no instance of a self-hating gay person more personified than J. Edgar Hoover, he would just come down on, he would come down on homosexuals like he didn't, like he wasn't one, basically, but he comes down on Alan Scott because Alan does this thing where he's like, because the JSA is a creation of the FBI, and the FBI used to do stuff like this for real life too. They had made these radio programs, you're FBI and all stuff you're doing, and aren't we great? To self-promote themselves. And he sees Scott that's going on his own doing Green Lantern stuff without JSA. Like, next time you do something, you can do it with the group, because that puts a shine on me and it puts a shine on the group, on me by association. So we're going to have you doing what I tell you to do. So you kind of like, he's squeezing his nuts and making him do this stuff. And it's very, very clever the way that they find a way to do this. Who's the writer on this? Let me see. I forgot who the writer is on this even. Tim Sheridan. Yeah, Tim Sheridan is very clever the way he incorporates, real history into this story. So if you're not reading the Alan Scott Green Lantern, you might want to check it out. Just in issue number 2 right now, will be coming out next week. I got that number 1, and I'm glad I did.
It's an interesting setup.
Man, it got this. What's the farthest place from here? Number 16 is coming out. Oh, you caught up on that though, right?
No, I still have not done it. I said I was gonna do it, but I didn't do it yet.
There's something else you caught up on, I think. Yeah, okay.
I'm buying it.
Yeah, me too.
I caught up on a lot of books, but that's not one of them.
It's a sure bet. You just keep pulling it, keep stacking it. Once you catch up on it, you'll be glad you did. I was too. I was close to dropping. I'm glad I didn't.
No, I read enough where I'm like, I'm going to follow this story to see where it goes. And I just like the style. I like the thickness of the book. Like, they really pack in, like, they're giving you story in those books. They're really thick books. So I like it, man. I'm in on it.
Now, this thing here, Luke Cage gang, I'm not down with the gang war thing at all. I mean, it just seems like they're rehashing this. They've been doing gang wars since, the 1970s. And it's another rehash. Okay, here's another event, gang war. Everybody, get down. I'm not sure if this is a book that was solicited. I know there was a Luke Cage book that got canceled because I pre-ordered it from my comic shop, and then I got refunded because they decided, we're not going to make it. I don't think it was this one, but it could have been this one. But man, they're really not giving Luke Cage enough shine in this universe as far as I'm concerned. But that said, looks like Rodney Barnes is writing this one. So Rodney Barnes is writing this. I'm going to find it somewhere and buy it. You know, Rodney is the shiznizzle. Oh, and
it's
also,
a cool cover.
It is. I don't know if I talked about Mr.
And Luke
Ballin.
Cage is the mayor, man. We got to support Luke.
I love it. He's the mayor.
We got to support Mayor Cage.
There's a show called Mr. Ballin, Ballen, that's on YouTube, and I watched every one of his episodes. And if you start watching him, you probably will too, because he's very addictive. And he tells these strange, dark, and mysterious tales. And he started a new imprint. And under that, I don't know what you call it, an imprint in podcasting. There's something under his umbrella called Run Fool. And guess who's the writer and host of Run Fool, the podcast? None other than Mr. Rodney Barnes himself. So if you like podcasts, look for Run Fool, exclamation mark, run, comma, fool, exclamation mark. You know, if you're looking for your for the podcast. He just started, and it's he tells a very good story as well. He not only writes a good story, but he tells a good story. So, yes, sir, I will be buying this if Mr. Rodney Barnes is involved with it. All right, what else we got? Oh my! I did read Amazon's Attack #1 also. As much as I like Laura Flor, it seemed a little forced with this series, but it was nice. You know, that's all I can say. It was kind of like, you know, all the Wonder Women of color get together in this issue, and we throw in Mary Marvel. It's like, you know, she's like she's like the Jenna Van Oy character was on the Parkers. You know, she's like the token white girl. You know, so she's thrown in there, and it works. Okay, it could be all right. You know, it's a nice little thing, but I don't know if it would be something I would be following or reading the whole series. Where was I going with that? But anyway, yeah, basically that was it. You know, Amazon's Attack was okay, but Howard the Duck, what's up with that?
Howard the Duck.
Exactly. Everybody knows that song. The Chipster is writing this. Chip Zdarsky is writing this. It's a 40-page.
Cover right there.
I like a lot of Howard stuff, man. I just like it's just such a, you know, such an odd character, and I still get kind of an affordable first appearance. If you can find that, I would say, was that Fear number 19? Journey into Fear number 19, the first appearance of Howard the Duck. So I'll probably be picking this up too if I didn't already pre-order it. There's a couple of good covers here. Let's see, what's in Annie Wu, Marvel Comics presents. It's pretty cool. And then
yeah,
I think
I might buy the A cover, but that's
and
see the 1 in 100. The 1 in 100 is absurd.
Yeah, this is the Scotty Young. This is one of his better covers. I like this. I like the standing in the rain, swearing. That's so Howard. That's Sal Howard. All right. Do I see there's a 1 in 100? Oh, it must be not on this site. Oh, wait a minute. I just saw it. The 1 in 100 insignia.
Yeah, right.
Huh. This is,
It better be like shiny foil or something.
It looks like it is. It better be radioactive shiny for 1 in 100 to look like this. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of cool though. Yeah. So Howard, man, check him out. He's back. He's back again. That damn duck won't go away. I was saying, is Gwenpool going to be far behind? We don't know. The first appearance of Gwenpool was in the last Howard the Duck #1, I want to say. All right. The Batman 89 Echoes. You know, it's enough that they're not satisfied that they got a whole series out of Batman 89. They're going to do another one. Fuck it. Let's do another one. Echoes. This one, I guess they introduced they take it a step further. They introduce a Harley Quinn from that era, which I guess could be interesting, but I don't think I'm gonna be picking that up. I might, but no, hell no, I'm not gonna pick that up. There's too many books out there. I can't go with that one. Swan Song is number 5, however. I am sub to, and this one, I think it's told in a collage style, the full art collage style by Alex Ekman Lawn. And I'm curious as how they do this. This is
that cover makes me uncomfortable.
That means it's working. It's and it looks almost like sculpture. It looks almost 3-dimensional. That's trippy. That is trippy right there, man. But just want to put this on your radar, folks, because I'm already sub to it. But if you're not sub to Swan Song, you might want to check that out. It's the last of everything, and everything, the last this, or the end of everything. I'm sorry, not the last. The end of everything is what that whole series focuses on. What else? Alice Never After, number 5. That's going to end that series. Maybe the last arc for that storyline. Maybe he's got another one in him. Who knows? Panosian is just showing out with that. He's showing out, hey, I can draw and I can write. How you like me now? So Alice Ever After is coming out. Last one. And who was that talked about the Hellboy that I never give Hellboy any shine? I keep forgetting that. Was that you, Juno? Maybe it was someone else. It might have been you. I'm not sure. But this is I read Giant Robot Hellboy last week, and I liked it. I mean, it's just like Hellboy's books usually are a quick read. They are fun as hell, and the artwork is awesome. Mignola doesn't even draw them anymore. He just he just pretty much writes the stories and brings on other he brings on other artists to do his work. Yeah, Pocan wants that Scotty. I like that too, man. But 80s guy, he wouldn't pay 99 cents, not even 99 cents would you pay for it, Howard? Not Howard, 80s guy. Yeah. How are you liking plot hole? Hey, I'm glad you asked that, Smirking Gun. I am liking plot holes a lot because I was talking about earlier how they're fleshing out that pirate lady a little bit more. Because she was kind of just this one-dimensional, like kind of a brooding, angry, killer. She was angry that her friend got killed in the first issue. But by issue number 3, they're making her like a lot more believable and a lot more human, and kind of cozying up to the new recruit guy. So I can't wait to read this 4th issue here. I like that, man. Sean Murphy is so talented, man. Talk about a guy that can write and draw and bang out stuff, high quality art and writing in a short period of time. That's a gift. Yes, I did. Yeah, it was Jose. Yeah, it was okay. Hellboy. Yes, I did love it. I did love it. I mean, it's I got nothing against Hellboy. I mean, I like Hellboy, I just don't know a lot about him. But the more I pick up these books, and okay, that's something to this character's been around for like 30 years or whatever, So I might be a Hellboy convert, and I owe it all to you. I appreciate it.
Always got to manage wife aggro. Always important.
Yes, sir. That's right. Let's been over my budget. Yeah. God bless our spouses, our very understanding comic book spouses. All right. What else we got here? Giant Robot Hellboy. Oh. What else? The Crave. Of course, Sirens of the City. I'm sticking with that. Number 5 is next week. Maybe number 6 is a 6-issue series. So number 5 should be hopefully getting down to business. The Crave. Or just Crave. Didn't put a "the" in front of it. By Maria Lovett. I like a lot of Maria Lovett's art. And some of the stuff that she writes, too. She's a very, for lack of a better word, a flowery kind of a style to her art. And I think it's kind of cool. It's like a mysterious app that promises to make your desires come true. Spreads among the students of an elite university who use it as a hookup app. David, a top student, engages in a game of seduction with the unattainable Alexandria. But as request to the top app escalate and wreak havoc on campus, David and his friends' only chance to stop this spiral is to find out what really lies behind Crave. That could be so topical, because there's nothing more that this Gen Z folks love more than apps and what have you. Not to mention, there's a Maria Lovett B cover with the smartphone. Just kind of nice. And then there's this other one that looks even more kinky, which is Carla Cohen. It's a Bird City exclusive, so only available from Bird City's website. But it's very in the mold of Betty Page. It's very, very Betty Pagey. That's very cool.
One of the best days of my life, Phil. When I met Phil on that app, that was one of the best days of my life.
Yeah. So that's something you might want to keep an eye on there. Crave. That's one of those things that it's one of those books that I might probably buy the first issue, and then just like it'll slip out of my out of my field of vision, and I'll end up buying the trade later on, and I forgot to get the subsequent issues. I'm a bad person. I'm buying trades. All right, what else we got here? Pure Evil, for instance. That's another book that I bought the first issue and fell off, but it was a good first issue. Schlub, I bought the first issue, did not like it that much. But it's one of your things, man. Barbaric, the wrong kind of righteousness. So.
Yeah, I'm behind on Queen of Swords. I need to finish Queen of Swords. I've read everything else, though.
Yeah, this is another one that I'm so far behind on. But once again, I know that it's good, so I don't want to drop it just yet. So
I love that. I love that axe, dude. That axe is such a fun character.
The talking axe, baby. The talking axe with a thirst for blood. Jose, I haven't read Edenwood yet. I do have number 1, but as soon as I read it, I'll let you know. A lot of spicy books lately.
Me too, DeBuzo.
A lot of spicy books. In this book. And you know what? A lot of spicy books are written by ladies. So that's some show enough spice.
Boobies.
Boobies. There you go. I love when the ladies write the dirty books. Yes, please. All right. So your boy Michael Moriki. And
I really like Tula Lote's art.
Yes. Are there any decent covers on here?
Sorry,
decent covers. So 1 for 15. What is this barbaric universe? I mean, he's just like living in this, man. He's just making a career out of this character, which is great. This is a 1 for 15. I like that. That's pretty awesome. Got the bloody axe and the bloody mace.
I do kind of. I like that too. I wish that we could just get a series and keep going, dude. I do wish that we'd stop with all these minis, but I'm with it.
See, I like the minis. This is for you and I. You like the ongoing. I like the minis. I have very few ongoings that I'm subscribed to. Like What's the Furthest Place, Ice Cream Man, which is like one of those. It's not sequential, so I love that. I can just pick one out of the run and read it whenever I feel like it. I'm very much, as you know, if you know me, you know that I'm a series of limited series guy. Non-committal. Now, when it comes to comic books. All right. Well then, Barbaric's gone. So you know what that means, y'all. It's
when it comes to his women.
What? When it comes around the corner?
When it comes to your women, you're committal.
Only when it comes to
your women, you're committal.
That's right. Especially this one in particular. Yes. Wasn't so committal to the last one, unfortunately, but it worked out well. I never cheated on her or anything, but just let Just we went our separate ways. Still a fine young lady, wherever she is. All right, so here we go.
She's no Janet, though.
She's no Janet, that's for sure. So here it is, folks. It's time for that magic moment where we talk about the penultimate book.
This magic book.
It is time for the penultimate book. And that book this week is Basic Instinct.
Sharon Stone.
Yes. Oh, my God. It takes up where it left off.
Oh, are you serious? Oh, I didn't know that.
Flesh seduces, passion kills. An anonymous artist who draws their inspiration from famous murders has opened their newest exhibit surrounding the now infamous Ice Pick murder, centered around Catherine Trammell. However, when a security guard of the exhibit is murdered on its opening night, the art director responsible for the opening is thrust into an investigation that forces him to question his own involvement.
Yeah, I mean, this was kind of a slow week for penultimate books. Sometimes they're just a wash, and I can't decide which one to pick. But this one, it was kind of like, it's kind of slim pickings here. That famous character actor, famous cowboy character actor. It's like, okay, well, this is probably the best one. And based on their history with doing movie adaptations in the past and the creative team on this, I think this might be a pretty good thing. Miss Vanessa R. Del Rey, a very nice artist, and I like the way this Sumerian, All Hail Sumerian, just adapts all these, these movies, and it's just not easy, and it's just the Ice Pick murder, with the Sharon Stone character. Okay, let's pick it up from there and see what happens. This just like with the American Psycho. All right, let's see what happens after that. That whole series came to an end. So, the remaining books that came out, Basic Instinct was my choice for better or worse. And we'll see. Sometimes, sometimes the penultimate book is not always a great book, but sometimes it is. I can pick out a few good ones, but I can pick out a few stinkers too. So take that for what it's worth. We're only human. So, but yeah, and it was almost like no artwork out there. It was just like, I was looking for like artwork to like do the slideshow. Nobody has any artwork. I just had to use covers for everything. So there were some nice covers for it. So but hey, that's all I got, folks. I'm sorry.
Any hoozle.
I'm sorry. Sue me. All right. So that's the penultimate book. Take for what it's worth. And some other things. Slow Burn number 2 is coming out. I did like Slow Burn number 1. Almost Dead. I still need to read. Just picked it up yesterday along with the Deviant. It came in with the My Comic Shop. Unboxing to follow very soon. And I guess the last thing, Leaded Gasoline. It's on life support. I don't know what's happening with Leaded Gasoline, but Empath number 2. I got number 1 just last night.
Rad Wraith.
Oh my God.
1 and 2 is coming out.
Oh my God.
We talked to the author of that book on Scotty Vaughn's channel. He's a cool guy, runs Coast City Comics. And it's actually a cool book. It's about this kid who gets this skateboard that gives him the ability to turn into this zombie skateboarder. And it is nasty. Like, it's not for kids. Like, in the first issue, when he gets his powers, like what happens to him is pretty gnarly. And yeah, check it out. It's a cool book.
It is a cool book. And the final book, and this bit of a slim.
We got Southpaw Brad sneaking in here at the end. We got Robert here sneaking in the end. Robert says that He never pre-ordered before, but he's going to start pre-ordering because of your influence, Lorenzo. And it's the way to go, Robert. You get the books much cheaper, and so you're saving that 20 or 30%, whichever one you choose, depending on who you go with. But that 30-20% adds up when you buy a decent amount of books like we do. So highly recommend that you pre-order, man. It's the way to go to save money. And we got Larry Love sneaking in as well. And Larry, you're never late. You're always on time, brother. Thanks for coming through. Good to see you. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody, man. Thanks for coming through on Thanksgiving week.
Most definitely. Yeah, that I'm all for supporting the LCSs and everything, but sometimes if you buy a lot of books like we do, you just gotta that 35% is just so handy. I still buy stuff from the LCS.
You can do it with your LCS too. I mean,
you can.
It depends on your LCS, but I get a discount pre-ordering with my LCS. So I have a pull list with my LCS as well. So
is it 35%?
Check with them and see if it's even possible. I think it's 30%. It's 30%.
Really? Okay. All right.
I think it is, yeah.
They must be balling then, because I can't see enough around here to give you like 10%. I understand too. It's a tight it's a tight profit margin, so I get it. What's up, Southpaw Brad? Yes, and Larry Love. Good evening to all you gentlemen who are just checking in. And the final book we have for this evening is Cullen Bunn's Body Bag. I'm not really up on what's happening here. I mean, I'm sure that the zipper on the bag is not real, but that's all I'm certain of. Okay, so it says Cullen Bunn's Body Bag, the debut release of Overlook, will introduce the world to 4 new creatures straight from the twisted imagination of the horror scribe himself. But which creature will invade your nightmares? 4 different tales of terror, 4 startling new monsters, 4 different approaches to the beasts that go bump in the night. Each sealed body bag contains the chance to uncover alternate storylines and monsters. So tread lightly, hold your breath, and click your feet together 3 times. There's no way of telling which monster you'll uncover until you unzip the body bag. With each monster, you'll see a very different story way. Ooh, it's just pure horrific fun on the page. That's what I'm not sure. I mean, so he wrote 4 different books and put them all in these body bags, so you can't tell which book you're going to be getting? I guess, that's what I got from this. I mean, am I an idiot? I mean, is that what you gleaned from this description here? He really does. What's up, Sharp? What's up, my man? He comes up with some good stuff, from time to time. But I'm tempted to just pick up one and see what the hell it's about. But I might get one that sucks, and I won't get the other 3 that are maybe better. So maybe it's trying to do you one better, as opposed to having a different cover like that book a few weeks ago inside the candy wrapper. Different cover, 3 different covers. I'm gonna have a whole different story. How you like me now? God damn it, I'm Cullen Bunn. I guess maybe that's what's happening. But either way, yeah. Well, thank you, dear. Both things can be true. Both things can be true, actually. It's Cullen Bunn, so maybe not. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I'm still having a hard time, forgiving him for the last book he'll ever read. But I'm trying to move on from that. But I'm stuck on it. I just can't get past it. So that is something that
that one me or something.
Yeah. But the last thing he did that I liked was lamination. Yes, he put plastic over like cardboard. It was his whole story. This lamination. Lamentation was his last thing that he did. I kind of like that. New issues out today. Is this new? Oh no, this is stuff out next week, Robert. So this is the next week's preview. I do earlier in the show I showed the books I picked up this week from the comic shop, but this is all just like looking forward to the stuff coming out allegedly next week, because the schedule always changes. There's some books that are on that list that have been coming out for how many months now? Haven't come out. I get it. I totally understand it because being a creator myself, sometimes stuff just don't work out. So whenever they come out, no worries, no worries at all. I'm glad to have you on the stream, my friend. So yeah, that's gonna do it, and that's enough. I mean, I'm gonna hold y'all up from your drinking and your pre-Thanksgiving partying and your your sports betting for tomorrow's games and anything like that. But thanks for stopping by, everyone who came by.
Gotta get ready.
Gotta get ready. Gotta get ready. One of these days we'll bring gambling to Washington State, and I'll be just as enthusiastic as you. But until then, I just have to use my scratch-off lottery tickets. So that's it. Next week, next week is no holiday. Next week, just regular old Wednesday. So hopefully everyone has a great holiday. Those watching on the stream and those that stopped by, I appreciate you, all of you. And we'll do this again, God willing, next week in 7 days. In 7 days, we'll be back.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving, and don't eat too much, and be thankful for everything because, hey, we all living a life here, all of us. So, son, be sure to catch my son's Circumstances on YouTube and also on Instagram, where he does lots of memes and cool stuff like that. And my other son, Scotty Vaughn, who does a bang-up couple of shows, two, three shows on YouTube, and also has a strong Instagram presence. So, love you guys.
S Vaughn 82.
S Vaughn 82. Thank you for remembering the numbers. I'm bad with numbers. So there it is, folks. Thanks a lot for stopping by, and we will see you next time. Peace out.
Denver! City by the Bay! John Denver!
Is a fire really necessary?
Ask them.